down. Been doing this for 43 years. There's a reason they call me the Godfather of Credit. There's a reason they say I'm the #1 consultant worldwide on personal business credit. So today, do not take pictures, do not videotape, you're not allowed to. Tablet, pen, get it here. Ultimate goal, once you gain knowledge, no one can take it away. Now the biggest problem in today's world is procrastination is the killer of dreams. Have you procrastinated? Did you start a business? Did you get knocked down? Someone get in your way? Someone try to take away from you too? See, what we've got to do is focus. There's some rules and there's some tools you're going to learn today. You got the ability to get past go. Now let's talk about winning the game of business, because that's what everybody should want to do. It's flat out. Now this was produced by Repackaging America, one of my companies years ago. I wrote Winning the Game of Business. I sold that company for $100 million and turned it into my second billion. Maybe you want to listen today. Now I still own basically the rights to Repackage America. I'd like to repackage you, if you allow me to, and you have to listen and learn. Now, first of all, I want you to write down a corporation's a legal person. Write it down. Some of you have a corporation today. Goody for you. 9 out of 10 people don't do a darn thing with it, because they don't know what's next. But God put you here today because I'll be here next. We're going to have fun at the same time to learn. Now, I think most people are full of blah, blah, blah. That's just me, sorry to say. It's like all the ones about motivational. I call it crap. They're not handing you the money to go get it. What are you really going to do? Get motivated for a day or two? Bottom line is you need the money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the dream come true. We're $2 billion plus 2009. There's my yacht, my helicopter, my Lamborghini, backyard on one of my mansions. All right, guess what? Everything I touch turns to gold. Now you today can learn the same rules that I play by. Now here's me the next day. I got to die. Doesn't that suck? Let's understand something flat out. Someone came on my yacht with swine flu pneumonia, pandemic 9. Hell, we got number 19 now. What about number 26 coming around? So you got a choice today. See, I got back up again and again because I know how to play the game. So when I'm in that coma there, I'm died at 5:41. Now I get to see what I look like when I'm dead. I heard the doctor tell my wife he's not going to live. I heard her scream her head off, and I heard my tax attorney I made a multimillionaire out of have my wife sign a POA, trick her that day, stole everything I had. What an SOB, what do you think? So guess what? I made a promise to God. If you allow me to live and go back, I want to take care of my family. I'll help people the rest of my life. See, today I'm honoring my promise. I haven't had a paycheck for 21 years. I don't seem to need one, but you do. You see the problem, you got to learn the rules and the tools how to play. After that I studied to get another PhD. I became a pastor, by the way. I'm still a sinner like you. The bottom line is, if you want me to marry you, let me know. Now, if you fall off, you got to get back on again. But here's the problem. You didn't know the rules in the first place. So today, let's give you some rules and tools how to play the game. Building your millions, I want to do that under the corporation. Now, I always ask an audience of 1,000 plus people, who wants to be a millionaire today? Raise your hand as high as you can. Then I go, that's kind of silly and dumb. Did you know most rich and famous people don't even get a paycheck? But again, what happens if you had $1 million paycheck? You get $375, the rest goes in the IRS. Did you know that a corporation doesn't pay tax till it makes a profit? Maybe you want to learn how to play that game too today. 2021, that's called blackjack, fast track too. You got a choice. It's probably fun. So what I'd like to do for all of you is I'd like to hold your hand, all right, for 90 days, do all the work for you, and have you at my seminar, workshop, and boot camp. That way you can't have any more excuses while I build it for you. I'll hand you even the keys to the house or the car. You see, no matter what, I've taken homeless people off the street. In that 90 days, I got them to the million, to the billion too. Now today, I want you to listen, write it down. I'd like to train you a little bit, please. Like I trained Ken Yarborough years ago. She was a security chief at TRW in Asperian. Kind of fun. I even made him the president of one of my companies at the time. So can you write down Credit Services Act, please? We got to go back to the basics. Your SSN. You. Because what did you do to your personal credit besides screw it up? Or didn't know the rules and the tools to play the game? Write down Credit Services Act, please. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. All right, they're going to tell you flat out, credit repair is a scam, and I'll have collect money up front. It's on the first page. Then they'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, too, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do? Realize it's not broken. It doesn't need to be repaired. It needs to be rebuilt the right way. Let me do the work for you because it's kind of fun. I'm just telling you the Federal Trade Commission's rules and tools. Now let's pull out that Social Security card. Come on, ladies, it's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket too. 97% they are. Guess what? The Federal Trade says they're screwed up today. Would that be you? Why don't we read the card front and back? You ready to play? Because you got one of these. By the way, that makes you a duck. Do not laminate, don't use for variety purposes. Did you write that on a credit application? Really? You broke the rules too? So let's look at the application we did as a teenager. See, when I worked at Lucky Supermarket, I was a night crew supervisor at 14 and a half while I was driving my Lamborghini to Orange Coast College. That was kind of fun, too. We did this. They told me to get an SSN because I got a job. I kept asking why. Did you ever ask why? Or did you follow like some sheep? Bah! The bottom line is up to you. Look at the card, front and back. It says Property Assessment Administration, not even you. It doesn't even belong to you. So what's this thing about 9 out of 10 possessions? What? Doesn't matter. You see, even the creditor screwed it up too. So I got a system that's called Rapid Refresh. I get to block your crap and push you up to about an 820. Would you like one of those today? Let me know. Now I know John's on that commercial for the Aspirition Boost. Now here's my concern. Aspirion moved out of the country 30 years ago. They were hacked 100 times plus, indicted 100 times too. And when you do the little boost for that 16 points, you have to register your cable, your lights, and basically your cell phone too, and your bank account. Could you imagine anybody dumb enough to register their bank account when they're in that boost for 16 damn points? The next time they get hacked too. No one of you would be stupid enough to do that, would you? All right, I hope not. Because it's like this lady, I said to disconnect that. They said it's easy to reconnect the bank account. Who the hell would be that dumb? But again, you got to do what you want to do. I wouldn't do it, but that's up to you. Now, if you want the 820, it takes 90 working days. 90 working days, I've got to basically seal it, all right, basically remove crap, and have some history and pop you up to an 820. 90 days, okay? That's all it's going to take. Now, I got a rapid refresh I want to talk about. Years ago with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough, I'm the guy that came with the concept for rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. That was fun. A couple of years ago, I came up with rapid rescore. You see, I knew how to block the crap because witness protection, and I knew to push the score up some more. Would you like an 820? Let me know. Here's an example. I took a picture from Credit Karma because, hell, it's free. Guess what? They got indicted, too. They're part of TransUnion anyway, if you did not know that. Now you do. Guess what? They had a 500 score, 157 points to a 708. When I was done, she had an 820, 211 points. Would you like one of those? Let me know. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to your personal credit, you're going to learn some rules and tools and not screw it up again. Well, remember, I can build you some more credit for you, but if you allow me to, I like to play. For every tax ID I do for you, I get to build what? An Aspirion, Treasure, and Equifax. So let's understand something. This is personal credit, can't write off at all. This is corporate credit. Hell, I could write off the interest rate and the credit card and the line of credit too. Why would you ever steal the wrong money from your family? What's wrong with you? So every tax ID I get to build an Aspirion, Treasure, and Equifax. I know a couple of you have a corporation today. You haven't done a damn thing anyway. So let's teach you how to really play the game. Now here's what I'd like to do for all of you in 90 days. Let's get you a $100,000 credit card from Chase Inc. Is that okay? So this is an Inc. card for $100,000. Now, you understand, I get to write off the card interest rate too. It's kind of like free money to build the company, by the way. And I just have to make you a qualified CFO. The next thing is if you have a corp, I'll build that one for you. If not, I'll hand you one of those today for free. You see, the problem is it's just a piece of paper. And if you don't learn how to play with it, that's the problem with it, no matter what you say. Now, you want to get some real estate, you're an expert, oh goody, so am I. I got total recall and an IQ off the friggin' chart. Anybody says they're an expert in real estate, I like to take them on anytime because it's kind of fun. I invented Homestead Blocker, UCC, one of the Chattel Mortgage too. So let's remember, I had $841 million of real estate before the coma. I was going to hit $1 billion that year, but I got to die instead. So let's think, you got 5 houses, oh goody. Who's going to slip and fall and steal it all from you? Oh, you're going to put them in a corporation? Who's going to do the same thing and pierce your corporate veil? You see, here's the thing. You got to put them in divisions. Write it down. Write down corporate division, the way I wrote it in 1986. So one screwed up, I got 4 more left to go. You got to realize this is a game to play. Do you want to play to win or lose? Now, I'd like to get you a franchise today, too. Just in case you want one with the drive-through. They stay over to pandemic. Number 9, number 19, number 26 coming around, too. This is just a 6 months of goals that I want to do for you. I want to hand you the keys, too. Now, remember, everything I turns into gold. If you like, I'll turn you into gold, too. Now, here's a way to get $1 million in a corporate bank account, tax-free. You did that too, you couldn't get it tax-free at all. So how about the dream house like I live in? How about $5 million of real estate? Your more franchises too. Now, this is the 12 months goal list for you. Let's turn you to gold. Now, the worst thing I'm ever going to have to ask you to do is 2 things. If you do the 2 things, I can do it right away. Now, if you drag your feet, they basically take a little longer. That's on you. I do give a money-back guarantee. All right? Guess what? If I don't do what I say, you get your money back. I usually double it. By the way, I don't have to give money back because I always follow through. What about you? Now, let's do this. Let's blueprint you. Let's think about it. I want you to think right now. A corporation, tax ID gets $100,000 to $1 million card. So what does it mean? Here's $100,000. Actually, this is $100,000. Okay, I got it 9 more Sixer cards, but these are each $1 million. You see, these are the only cards you can push past 29%. All right, at the first place, and these you can push up to $1 million. So you could have a million, you could have 10 million. How much would you like if I blueprint you? How aggressive can you really want to be? The reality is you've been trying all your life and hasn't made it so far. Why don't you play with me? I'll guarantee it. I got no excuses. It's like my Zelle meetings and my Zoom meetings come around too. I got Zoom private. I got group Zoom meetings too. You want to play? Let's get you to $1 million. Some of you probably get to $1 billion too. Now do yourself a favor. Write down, plan the problem. The problem with most people, they don't plan the problem. You don't plan someone's going to get in your way or piss you off or try to take it away. You're going to have to starting today. Let's write down safety credit, please. Safety credit is pretty simple. These are each $50,000 apiece. The problem with personal credit, I can't write off the interest rate of the credit card. Most people get their SSN, they get some credit, they think it's free money, and then they jack it up and screw it up. Not you, of course. What I want you to do on the back of the sticky, all right, you're going to put on every card, write it down, please. You're going to put a sticky in the back of every card you ever get, even the ones you got today. You're going to put the limit, what's 25, what's 29%. There'll be many times that I tell you what to do. Sorry, not really. I just want you to do what I tell you to do. I don't want you to screw it up anymore. You see, the moment you take a card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. That's just the rules and the tools since day one. Next thing I want you to do is write down line of defense. Can you imagine today you drive through your city, you see a Chase, a Wells Fargo, and a B of A at an empty location? They bankrupt an empty building, and they wrote it off in their taxes, and they have other locations today. In other words, they're still in business. What did you do when you brought the pain home? You cried like a baby. Where, some more? Knock it off. Let's go get it. All right, this is for real people. Step up to the plate. Let's go get the $1 million. Nothing gets in your way besides you anyway. So let's write down the sticky. Let's make sure we don't bring the pain home ever again. See, today you're going to learn some rules and tools how to play. Now, that grocery store and that bank today, you see some empty locations, don't you? But they bankrupt that piece. They wrote it off on their taxes. They got a tax credit too, and they got other locations as well. My only question to you is, why haven't you done this too? What's wrong with you? I don't get it. Are these turned on? I pray that they are. Oh, we got to talk about our sad story and play the little violin. I was born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. The little girl wanted a little girl too. Heck, she gave me a girl's name, raised my middle name. I've been pissed off since the day I was born to prove her wrong. Bottom line is, I want you to write down getting past go. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. What a name, Mrs. Hope. You know, I got to move 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old, and that kind of sucked too. But Mrs. Hope, she got her weekly and monthly checks. And every damn morning she dropped me off at Reynolds Beach Pier, starting at the age of 3. I'll be here at 5 o'clock. You're not there. I'm leaving you there to die. Wasn't she sweet to me? I think she was a she-devil from hell. I didn't like stealing and begging off the pier. I thought it kind of sucked. So I used the brain that God gave me with an IQ off the chart with total recall and most things. I got my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half. I got my Lamborghini collection too. Got my Duffys. I got my 6 mansions. I broke world records of the highest kick on the planet, proving the white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Then I turned around and parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours again? Helicopter? Yacht? Don't forget about the Ferraris too. See, I'm from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. I get tired of the blah 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 guys. The bottom line is I brought in $2 billion by the time I was 26. I never had to use anybody else's money to do it. The bottom line is up to you. Now, why you didn't do it, I don't know. This is not to brag. This is to ask you why you haven't done it. The bottom line is let's go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. Write down and raise rules today. You're going to have to learn how to play if you want to be serious with me. What winners say is simple, like I said before. See it, believe it, and go get it. The only thing in your way will be you. Now, I got specialty classes too. I got 7 of those in rotation. So like on Saturday morning, guess what I get to do? I'm going to go into divisions and subdivisions too. We're going to have fun. How we can set up anywhere from 10 to 20 credit report systems through divisions. You miss that, and guess what? It might be the last one I do this year anyway. The class is $249, but you got to Zell now, because it will be sold out by the time I'm done. So guess what we get to do in the afternoon? I get to help set up the Dun & Bradstreet and tell you how to do that too. Then I'm going to show you how to get vendor and basically supply credit. Then maybe a Staples card. How about a Visa gift card? See, I always carry about $1,000 of Visa gift cards in my pocket, just in case I need some cash. Now, if that store is closed because of pandemic, I'll just slide it to my damn cell phone through the square. I get my money right away anyway. See, I don't back myself in a corner like you. You got to realize to play by the rules and the tools. Dun & Bradstreet's in the afternoon at 2:30. You might want to be in that class too to have some fun, especially if you want to get $1,000+ of gift cards too. That'd be kind of fun for you. It's $249. Now, if you wanted to, while I'm doing the webinar right now, that means live, now. If you sell me $249, I mean now, what part am I saying now? Am I stuttering? You get both classes for the price of one. There's a Zelle, the wire deposit. You don't do that, you'll kind of miss it. But at what time opportunity passes you by anyway? It doesn't knock, it always opens the door. When you lost a job or got an emergency, what did you do? You did exactly everything everyone does. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit in 42 days. Is that true about you? Why did you use the wrong money in the first place? Why didn't you set up the line of defense out of high school? Why? I don't understand. You see, what I want to do is repackage your life, your house, your car, bank account. I want to clone me into you. I want to do the work so you don't screw it up. Now, we can all cry about comas. I've been in 2 of those too. You got a choice today. It's pretty simple. We get to learn how to play. Now, when I was a little boy, the grown-ups used to say, money for a rainy day. I asked why? They couldn't answer that too. You ever notice people talking blah, blah, blah? See, in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. What about you? Let's think today, and I want you to face the facts. You need $5,000. You need it now. You got an emergency. You need some money. You go ask your friends, your family, the bank, hell, they all say no. What are you going to do next? Cry some more? The reality is pretty simple. You should have had a $5,000 card in your hand like I do. It's called safety credit, by the way. If I got to jack this sucker up today, it's $50 a month. $50 a month. The average person wastes that every other day. And if you waste $140 a week, are you kidding me? If I took just one of these 50,000 cards and max out that sucker today, the payment is $612.26. For what the average person wastes every given month, you could have got 2 pizza locations today. Stop wasting money. Don't bring the pain home. You never had to in the first place. Remember what I said? Plan the problem. Safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Stick you behind every card. Don't you bring the pain home after meeting me. Your ultimate goal is pretty simple. I want you to reach your goals. Write every goal you got, please. I've been bored for years. Let's come up with a goal that can challenge me. Now, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I wanted to prove why men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Don't listen to those dummies that tell you can't do this or that. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? Now get out of my way and I'll rebuild you no matter what. SSN, get a job, 1040 tax return. That's all it was for in the first place. But guess what you got to do? Now this is the IRS's rules. This is public record. I just put it in a blueprint to make sure you don't screw it up anymore. See, you got your SSN. That means you got your experience and your Equifax too. The moment you jack up a card past 29%, what do? Plop. You drop your score. Get stuck. You can't get any more. You might want to put those stickies on the back of the card and make sure you put yourself in check. Don't you ever jack up a card past 29% ever again. The other reason you got an SSN, we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, by the way. Especially ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So I want you to write down Ray's rules again. I want you to write down $100,000 of credit. Don't tell me it's too much. It's never enough. $100,000 of credit, personal. 29% is all you're ever going to use. That'd give you $71,000 in case you lost your job, blank hit the fan, or there's a pandemic. And feed your family up to 2 years. You better get ready. There's pandemic number 26 coming around too. Your ultimate goal, when you take all that money and credit from the family and you roll the dice, say, honey, let's hurt the family some more. Stop it, please. Remember, don't you ever steal and use the money from the family ever again. Don't you bring the pain home. Use the right money from now on as I rebuild you. All right, you had a right to write it all off since day one. Write down Ray's rules again. Now me, I've been in 2 comas in my life, so we can all go boo-hoo-hoo. See, as a boy, I got this thing in my brain. I can watch what you do and actually do what you do, and usually better than you do it. It's called cloning. You know what's really weird? I watch the boys and girls ride their bicycle for 5 minutes. Then I can borrow the bikes that I can and do this. And this is easy. I need a mommy and a daddy to teach me how to ride anyway. So guess what I did? I should have watched the bicycles for about 2 more minutes. I didn't realize you push the brake. It was push the pedal backwards. That's the brake. So I stopped my bicycle going 40 miles an hour with my face. Plop! Going down the damn big hill right down the beach. When I got up, they said, you're never going to walk again. Sorry, if you got to go pee-pee, ring the bell. I rang the bell till my hand was freaking numb. I went to the toilet, went pee-pee, and then I got up again. You allow people to tell you what you can and cannot do, like the doctors too. I got up again. I'll be damned if I stay on that couch anymore. Then I get to die in 2009 too? Kinda sucks. Someone came on my yacht to watch the fireworks and had H1N1 too. But what did I do? There's my yacht, my race boat, my year dock. There's the address too. Where you park yours? Remember, I'm from Show Me State. Can't show me, then blah, 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 go away. You got a choice today. I came out of the coma eventually. When I did, I had to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. And then I put my score back to an 820. And because I have 5 closet divisions, I popped another $1 million card again. I don't stay down. Please write down closet division. The ability to get back up again and again. See, today we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. Ultimate goal, I've told you wear a mask. Half of you argue about that too. The bottom line is it takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Ultimate goal will be up to you. All I know is when I was that little boy and they're using and abusing me, I found myself crying my eyes out at 2.5 years old looking in the mirror. Ever since that day, I wake up at 2:25. Can't ever sleep in. Like today, I dropped to my knees to thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I turned around and found a mirror to stare at myself for 2 minutes. Try the raised mirror test at least once, please. Stare at yourself. All right, ask yourself 2 questions. All right, have you completed everything you need to? The answer is no. Is there more to be done? Always. I think your problem is you keep asking your friends and family what they think. And then they interrupt you what you're talking about anyway. You see, you allow them to cloud your direction. Can you do me a favor for 90 days? Shh. Let me do the work for you and hand you the keys. That way, when they ask how you did it, you can just say raisecredit.com. Remember the money. See, I don't have to steal and beg off the pier anymore. I get to pay my bills, feed my family, help you. It's about time you learn how to play the game. Now, 9 out of 10 people hate their job anyway. So what happens next? You see, we're getting older, slower, we're not as purry as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. And eventually when they fire you, guess what happens? You get to go deliver some pizza. Is that your American dream? See, life to me is a roller coaster of hurt, pain, worry. It's not fair. Who said it's supposed to be fair? See, God is great all the time, but you're wondering what's next for you. He put you here with me. By the way, I'm your next. You ready to play? When they told me as a little boy I'm a piece of shit, was it nice? All right, but you know what I told myself? I'm important. I will become a corporate millionaire. Did that at 14 and a half. I'm going to drive a company car. Did that too. I'm going to show the world who the hell I am. I've been doing that since the day I was born. What about you? Write it down. Say it 3 times a day. You got to motivate yourself no matter what anybody has to say or do. Mrs. Hope, no problem. I listened to her poker game. They said a corporation's a legal person. I got so excited I couldn't sleep all night. Did you write down what I said? A corporation's a legal person. It sounded like getting my way out of hell if I could figure it out. So I rode down to the Torrance Police Department the next day on my little bicycle. Then to the library next door, I said, "Ma'am, can you help me, please?" She said, "Here's a microfiche. Here's a book." I read the damn book and got pissed off. You've been looking for the blueprint and basically the instruction manual since day 1. So was I. I went back to that library almost every damn day, 7.5 to 9.5 years old. Then I started helping Hand Industries. It went worldwide, by the way. Brought in 100,000, then 1 million, then a couple billion too. If you ever want the blueprint, let me know. It's in those 12 books and CDs right in front of you. Next, I had $841 million for real estate before the coma. It's in those books too. I wrote How to Be the Bank, Buckets of Money and Tax Balancing too. Ultimate goal is for you. Don't forget winning the game of business. Now, for 32 years as the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles, I was at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. There was a line around the hotel to get hold of me. It was kind of fun. I used to charge $20,000 a pop. The book CDs, 18 of those, and me in my classes and workshops too. Now today, you're kind of lucky. All right, you see, the office sells it for $999. So if you want the full blueprint, how I got to the $2 billion, all right, the office sells it for $999 today. While I'm on a live webinar right now, I always give you half price. So if you Zelled me $499, you're going to get all 18 books and CDs shipped right away, usually within 10 days or less. There's a Zelle wire deposit. Take a picture of that. You're allowed to. It'll last longer too. See, I've got to rebuild your credit. I got to do a rapid rescore. If you need articles, I'll hand those to you too. Every card you have in your personal wallet today, what do I expect you to write on the back of the card? A sticky. I want you to put yourself in check. What's the limit? What's 25%? What's 29%? You jack up a card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, can't get any more. That's on you. Now you know the rules. Okay? I got to make you a qualified CFO. Ultimate goal for every tax ID I get to get you, I get to build you an Experian, Tranjo, and Equifax. So you can make money, and I'll teach you how, from real estate to franchise to even leveraging money too. Remember, when I was helping the rich and famous people for years, I turned that into 84 ways to leverage money to $100 million. Ultimate goal, let's look at a Lamborghini, part of the collection at the time too. See, rich and famous people drive company cars. They write it all off, but not you. What do? You get a paycheck. Oh, goody. It's taxed before you get the leftover, and then you pay for a car you should not, and then you take all the money and the credit from the family and go, wee, honey, let's hurt the family some more. Can you stop doing that right away, please? Can you write down tax ID and division, please? Tax ID division. Your paycheck, they call it, I hear, taxable income. By the way, that means simple, that if you're paying the payment, gas, registration, insurance out of that paycheck, why don't you yell the word no right away? Why aren't you driving a company car? Everyone else does, but you got a choice today. SSN to get a job, 1040 tax return. S is 4 times 4. What's it say on line 10 in front of you? It says banking and credit purposes. That means a corporation's allowed to get credit cards, interest rate, write it all off, and a line of credit too. Isn't it time you learn how to play and use the right money anyway? So let's remember, this is just the IRS's rules. It's public record. But I gave you a blueprint. I'm going to hold your hand and have some fun with you too. So we look at the SSN. It equals a 1040 tax return. You got 1, makes you a duck. S is 4 times 4. What's it say in line 10? Credit and banking purposes. Whose rules is it? The IRS's rules? It's up to you. Can you draw the 4 boxes in front of you, please? That's how I designed it in 1986. You see, what I want you to do is have the line of defense. What happens is pretty simple. All right, if we got a problem with the division or entity, subsidiary, what are we going to do? Exactly what that grocery store bank did. We might get rid of the bad piece, keep all the other pieces. We're not going to bring the pain where? Home ever again. Ultimate goal, every division is an opportunity to win. That means every tax ID, I get to build you an Aspire and transfer on Equifax too. And you get to write off the credit interest rate as well. It can actually finance itself. Every division I prepare for you, I charge $6.99. Office charges $1,000 a piece. $3,000 is $3,000. $3,000 or $3,000 to you. Today I'm offering 3 for $1,499. But I'm adding up to $1 million of history too. There's a Zelle now for you if you want to play. Remember, the only card you get past 29% in the first place are gold and platinum cards. You got to know the rules and the tools so you don't jack it up again. You don't want to bring the pain home, do you? So goal is pretty simple. SS4 equals an Aspire and transfer on Equifax. So we get to get what SS4 times 4? In other words, divisions should have, because they're cheap, 1 division per house or franchise or current business. And if you allow me to for every division, I can get you up to $100,000 to a $1 million card for every division. How many would you like? It'll be up to you. I still want to get you the $100,000 of personal credit. I don't want you to bring the pain home. So write down Ray's rules again. SSN equaled what? 1040 tax return. Makes us a duck. S is 4 times 4. What did it say on line 10 again? Oh, it's in front of you one more time. It said banking and credit purposes per tax ID. Again, using the rules and the tools and the blueprint I designed for you, we can get you to million to billion. Now do yourself a favor, please. Do not violate the rules. When I add history, well, you're going to get some of these in the mail, or you're going to basically get some invitations and I create green lights for you. Do not screw it up, because that means I got to start over again and charge you again. So here's one lady. I get her to almost to the 700, getting ready to pop her a $30,000 card. And what did she do? She went on her own and got one for $300. Not even pocket change. Another client, I got to seal the record, rapid rescore. Told him to get open sky. He got a 621. I owe him a $1,000 card. I'm going to get him up to $1 million credit. My first starter card was $3,000. How'd I do so far? See, here's the thing. Credit repair is a joke. Federal Trade tells you that flat out. See, it's not broken. As Webster's dictionary says, repair means something is broke. You got to basically do credit rebuilding. Rapid rescore, make them a CFO, get them an 820 score. You got to give them a $1,000 credit card back. See, what I've done for 43 years, I give you 2 to 10 times credit back that you invest in yourself. This belongs to all of you. It takes away all your excuses. So what happens is articles, also tax ID, I handed them for free. Set up in level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday. I got no excuses. And I always basically give you a half price on a webinar. Office sells it for $9.98. Me, I give it for $4.99. So when I give you the $1,000 card, you get twice as money back to you and take away your excuses. The only reason you don't play with me, you have too many damn excuses. You wasted thousands on crap. Why don't you invest in yourself? You also, if you Zelle the $4.99 now, will get the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. 12 books and CDs. Now here, I'm sorry, I don't want you to be a millionaire. You get a paycheck. It is taxed. You get the leftover. Corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. So they're allowed to pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. Which way you want to play? Bottom line is articles, software, tax ID for free. All right, usually we charge you about $2,000 because they give you $10,000 of credit. But the bottom line is you're on a webinar live with me, so I always give you it for $999, half price. So on the top of this, pretty simple here. How about I give you the Millionaires Founders Kit too? $9.99. What excuse you got now? You got to blow your nose, got to go stub your toe. Millionaires in the making. How would you like $25,000 of credit? $1,999. Pretty simple to do. Ultimate goal is up to you. Would you like the Millionaires Founders Kit too? I'm handing you 25 times credit back to you to invest in yourself. I got no excuses at all. You Zelle now. All you got to do is get stuck with me. Now I'm going to give you up to $10,000 for referrals. I'll build you credit. You got a choice today. You could be watching me on Google, Facebook, or YouTube. Bottom line is, if you're missing the PowerPoint with me, go to raisewebinar.com. Get the full overview, please. Make sure you don't bring that pain home. That's all I got as a kid was pain. I made sure two things. The first child I ever held was my own. Next, I would always find out how to repackage myself. Never bring the pain home before I got married. Because I would not accept bringing the pain home at all. The reality is, this is what I heard when I was 7.5. Ready to write it down? It's not legal advice at all. It's chapter 18. It says a corporation is a legal person. It may sue or be sued. Kind of fun too. So let's think about this. All right, one of my theses that I did for international and constitutional law found out that corporation, the United States of America Incorporated, they have 50 states. They're all corporations too. Every state set up cities. They're corporations too. You don't get it. The system right in front of you did exactly what it's supposed to do. You should have did it too. Why haven't you set up your line of defense? What's wrong with you? I don't understand. You see, they even came up with there's a problem. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act's public record. So they got a plan in case something screws up. But their Chapter 9 just gets rid of the debt. They stay in business. What happened to you? You didn't learn how to play? You don't realize you are we the people? You got a choice starting today to play with me. Nixon took the gold standard out. Gave him the key to the printing press. So an SSN equals what? 1040 and a job? That's all it was for. You know, every mother and mama this morning, every hospital is federally mandated to hand every newborn baby's mama a form called SSN. That way the government can bond the baby up to $35 million apiece and print some more money. If she don't sign the form, baby can't go in the stroller in the car seat, can't go home. I think the baby's going to sign the form. What do you think? Nope, mama's going to sign the form of the baby because the baby's not getting a job. Stop bringing the pain home, please. Rich and famous people don't. Cities don't. Grocery stores and banks don't. Why do you? Because you don't know how to play the game. You don't have the what? The lack of knowledge is your only problem today. Now, every Saturday I got 9 classes live. I broadcast it to 5 times a day, Monday through Friday, having fun with you. I don't like pre-recorded crap. And I'll take on anybody knowledge and knowledge on this planet. All right, I've been saying that for 43 years. At 1 o'clock, guess what happens? I do a status update. And if I tell you to do 1 or 2 things, can you follow through? The only thing that slows me down is you. Because you got to follow through. Walt Disney's the loophole king. All right, it's pretty simple. I love that. Newsweek, $1 billion. They don't want to pay tax. They wrote an IOU on themselves. So guess what? Mickey played the game, so can you. Now, let's remember something. There's only roughly 10 creditors you can go after, period. Great creditors. Online, unfortunately, you're going to see someone say, you don't need to guarantee. That's supply credit, and that's BS anyway. Then you're going to see this thing called trade line crap. Look up the Fair Lending Act. What I'm promising you is I'm giving you cash credit. Lines of credit too. 8 cards per division, 9 lines of credit too, up to 5.4 million. Cash credit. It takes cash because it's king and queen. It takes money to get honey. Remember, then we'll talk about supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. Instead of that, I gotta still make you the qualified CFO. The ultimate goal is up to you. Remember, I got a money-back guarantee. You got no excuses now for you. Bottom line is credit rebuilding. Rapid rescore, 820 CFO, $1,000 card. All right. From there, articles also tax ID for free. 90 days. In the workshops, Wednesday and Saturday with me. Well, I do the work for you so you don't screw it up. $9.99 today? Nope, on me in the live webinar, I give you half price. But that only counts if you Zelle now. You can get the 12 books and CDs for free. If you call afterwards, just talk to sales. They'll still get you in the program, but they're going to charge you more. Starter package for a millionaire comes with $10,000. Same as the previous, all the goodies too, but $10,000 of credits 25 times back to you for $9.99 today. And you get the 12 books and CDs, you get to come to the class, and you get to basically get the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. The Millionaires in the Making, usually $4,000 because it comes at $25,000 of credit. But today it's $1,999 today. There's the Zelle wire deposit. Take a picture of that, please. So let's understand. I studied every rich and famous person I get my hands on since I was a little boy. Mr. Buffett's father, I loved him. He showed his son how to do leveraging. You don't get it. Mr. Buffett uses borrowed money to buy every business he's ever bought. Borrowed money is not taxable. And then he transfers stock too. He gets them for free. Isn't your turn to play the game? Let me roll the dice. Whee! Why don't you play to win too? It's up to you. Now my dashboards, I got basically 115 creditors that I play with all the time, and I got 7 dashboards for you. Authorized user, sorry to say, it's crap. Trade lines are crap too. Still got to make you the qualified CFO you need to be. Look up the Fair Lending Act when it comes to trade line crap. Please check it out. Specialty classes are pretty simple. Saturday, we're going to talk about divisions and subdivisions, how we can get 10 to 100 sets of credit reports to build $1 billion. Because it's fun. It's at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I charge $249 for the class. All you got to do is Zelle now before it's sold out. Dun & Bradstreet's in the afternoon at 2:30. How to get Dun & Bradstreet to 80 score, what creditors instant credit, vendor and supply credit too, and up to a Visa card. Get about $1,000 of those too, just for the fun of it. That's at 2:30. It's $249 too. If you Zelle me before I'm done, $249, I'm going to give you both classes of the price of one. But if I don't hear my phone go ding, 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 guess what? You can call the sales team later today. Then you'll pay $500 for both of those too. You Zelle, you wire your deposit if you want to. So remember, I'm the one who created daisy chaining of credit 33 years ago. I know how to turn every card into 99 more. You see, we're only going to talk about corporate credit, by the way. Why? The only thing the IRS lets us write off is corporate credit and lines of credit too. Interest rate and credit card as well. It's a write-off to build that business today. Don't have the intent to rip anybody off or defraud them at all, please. Your corporation is going to get credit. It's not going to do business. Because rich and famous people, their parent companies don't do business, they own businesses. We set up the line of defense because divisions are cheap. All right, and what happens if something goes wrong? We're going to do what they did from Wells Fargo, Citi, banks, whatever it might be too. What are we going to do? 3-step, write it down. We got a problem with the division. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We can't save that piece. We're going to bankrupt that piece, keep the other pieces, and we're sure in the heck not going to bring the pain where? Home. Why would anybody be dumb enough to bring the pain home? What's wrong with people? There's a better way to play. I've been teaching this for 43 years. Where the hell you been? You bought your house, you should have used Ray's rules. Escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow put in a trust. You get sued today and it's not in a trust, they just take it away. You die, get stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. Why not? Bottom line is you. I told you to plan the problem. Remember I said that in the beginning today? See, when you buy properties and you're going to basically fix them up, you're going to hire the contractor that hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. And guess what they're going to have? What if they cut every corner, they slip and fall, and they sue you and take everything you got? Maybe you think about quick clean deeding properties to a division. Costs about $12. Maybe you do an assignment of equity too. This way, if they try to sue you at the end of the day, they actually get diddly squat. Why not? If you don't have a trust, look at your irrevocable trust, one I would pick if I was you. But you got to do what you want to do. Now, some of you play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. I don't get it. Ray, I don't want to pay tax. When I hear that, I go, you're acting like a dummy. The IRS is the rule book. It's the rules. It's the tools. They tell you flat out a corporation doesn't pay tax so it makes a profit. So why would you try to screw around with rules and the tools, try to circumvent them? Corporations will not pay tax till it makes a profit. So if you screwed up and you're one of those dummies in the past, go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your butt back in the system, please. Alright, get your COVID-19 check too. Now, when you fix up a property, I want you to do it my way. Alright, because I don't want you to think. I don't want you to screw this up. I want to get you to million to billion. So, I'm one of the original OPMs, by the way. So, we're going to go to the manufacturer and get everything in open account, up to about 70% discount too. I don't want you to pay a bill for 30 to 60 and 90 days anyway. We're using their money to fix up the property. After it's fixed up, escrow will sell the property, pay off the debt. Now you get up to $200,000 left over. Please, 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 don't act like you're rich because you're not. If you've had $10,000, $100,000 in the past and kind of pissed it away, and you're broke today, please write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money, borrow money is not what? Taxable. Set up the line of defense, please. There's nobody on this planet I cannot repackage to get to million to billion. I've taken homeless people off the street just to prove my point. I'm the guy that built $1 million credit for my damn cat, alright, and got rid of Unique Magazine years ago. Your bottom line is, I'm going to tell you what to do many times. I don't want you to think, because I don't want you to screw this up. So I'm sorry, you just have to put up with me telling you what to do while I do the work for you. So you get the information here. There's my office before the coma. It was Irvine Spectrum, only 22,000 square feet, double building too. Our other buildings doing $1 million a day. How about people like you? The bank will be at my location every day going, Banks always kiss your ass. That's when you don't only have money. You don't have a pot to piss in, hell, they don't know your name. Why don't you learn how to leverage money? There's 84 ways. Kind of like the banks borrow from the feds times 10, own 5 to you. Now, if you took that money from that escrow, we could have had up to $3 million of borrowed money. That's called leveraging. Raise rules. Heck, we go get a McDonald's today. You want a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake too? You see, you got to realize money's a product, so is credit. I can turn this into cash flow, free up my time. Borrowed money's not taxable. We got a choice. So let's think, if I have $1,000, how I can reference it by 3, times it by 5, turn it to 15,000. 5, I do the same, do 75,000. So the only card I can get past 29% is a gold and a platinum, as long as it's paid over time. Now, Mrs. Fishborn and Lawrence, her son, are my client, so is Mr. Clinton too. Alright, Michael was, God rest his soul, Kirk and Vane. Alright, Kevin Costner, Arnold, Clippers, Lakers, all the kind of things too. 2019 rich and famous people. And from my neighborhood, here's Free Ray, Ricky Ross. Come on down too. I had to teach him a thing or two and get him his gold and platinums as well. Alright, the bottom line is, how about the college professor for Biola University? See, I got no excuses, like Michael J. said the other day. Wow, you're unbelievable. Every time I fall, I get back up again. Then he says, now you're helping my son. All I can say is, wow. You see, you got to beat your doubt. You got to run your own race. That means you're going to have to allow me to coach you the rest of your life. It'd be kind of fun for me. Now let's talk about cash flow. Free up your time. We're going to take $100,000 corporate card, right off the card interest rate. We're going to have fun with this. It's like it's free. Let's take $50,000 off the card. Loan 5 people $10,000 a piece. Save their house. Second trust deed. Call that company. It's my money. I want it now. They factor. They hand you the money back right away. We're going to put a homestead blocker and a UCC one with a chattel mortgage. They don't pay. We get all their goodies. But what do? We pay the card back every month, the 6/12/26. The leftover is $2,449 a month. Oh, so you can take the credit I billed you, turn it into cash. You get to design the cash flow for your time you want. It's up to you. Now, I won't show you any other mansions besides the one that I obtained myself, or helicopters or yachts. I got to get you past go and tell you the truth. God's gift. This was my favorite mansion at the time. I parked my race boat and my yachts I said, in my backyard. That's the largest yacht in Huntington Harbor, by the way. Helicopter, building, Lamborghini too. Now, I would like you to change your driver's license, please, but that's up to you. The other day, you wrote a check, and you know what? You gave me your driver's license, and your house got robbed the next day. Was that a miracle or two? I want you to remember to package your ass. Pets. Use Ray's rules and never bring the pain home again. Your choice is simple. You even have the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. When you bought your car the last time, what did you do? You let someone sweat you for hours on end. You lost up to 9 inquiries, up to $5,000 too. When they handed you the paper, it says we need to run your credit. Next to your signature, you should have wrote down this allows 1 inquiry. You should have took a picture, by the way. You didn't do that because you allowed them to take advantage of you. By the way, the car's registered to you. Sorry to say, that makes you a duck. Quack, quack, some more. You might want to write down division and tax ID. I'm going to be teaching that on Saturday at 7 a.m. in the morning. You might want to attend that class before it's sold out too. How about millions and billions in cars and Lamborghinis and Ferraris too? You see, I want to build your dream corporation for you. I want to do the work while you go to the workshops to put the knowledge here. No more excuses for you. I know today if you drive to the grocery store in the bank and you do a little bumpity bump, the person you bumpity bump, they're going to act like they got whiplash. They're going to die. They're going to scream their head off. Ah! And then they're going to ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration. Your heart's going to fall into your chest. And you're going to go, I wish I would listen to Ray. I hear that every day. Driver's license, what address you want to use? Oh, you're paying the insurance out of that paycheck called tax income when a corporation could pay for it before tax was considered. And by the way, you're really the registered owner of the car you drive? I mean, is that smart? Or is that kind of dumb? They're going to call those attorneys on TV we see called bloodsuckers. They're going to sue you, take everything you got. See, you didn't make the registered owner of a division versus you. So you're the duck. All right, you do what I tell you to do. When they try to sue you at the end of the day, they're going to get diddly squat. But why not? Look at the bank and the grocery store in your city today. You got to learn how to play the game. Let me set up your blueprint up to $1 million. Not a problem. The problem comes with the division. What are we going to do? The 3-step. We're going to do what the grocery store and the bank do. We're not bringing the pain home ever again. Each division is an opportunity to win. So every tax ID I do for you, if you allow me to, I get to build a spare and transient Equifax. That's why we can basically have the divisions and have 10 of them in the same 10 cards for every division. We get to multiply the credit. Now I charge for a division $6.99 per. Prepare it, hand it to you, send it, sign it, mail it away. Comes back, I get you the tax ID. Then I add up to $1 million of history too. So if you want 3, the office charges about $3,000. Today I'd offer 3 for $14.99. As long as you did it during the webinar. Now. There's a Zelle wire deposit too. Ultimate goal, my wife asked me on July 3rd, 2009, honey, can we take out the yacht to watch the fireworks with a group of people? No problem. I filled it up. $1,600. I used a corporate card, interest rate card, and the yacht. I wrote it all off. So could you. What happened the next day? I'm in a coma and I get to die. There's a yacht race boat in the backyard of the largest dock, Huntington Harbor. Show me where yours parked. That's what I look like when I'm dead. But the reality is, after making that promise, 5 weeks after the coma, walked around with an oxygen tank, put my score back to an 820. Then I popped a $1 million card again. I don't stay down. I have 5 divisions called closet divisions. You might want to learn that too this Saturday at 7 a.m. You see, I got a backup for a backup because I don't want to go back to the pier stealing and begging food. God's using me today to help you. You going to pay attention? Now that Lamborghini building that said the Reynolds University, pretty simple. I've heard no literally a billion times from a bunch of dummies. Why don't we use what God gave us called a brain? Reach the dream, think and be the impossible. Let's start using Ray's rules. I do every day. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, who you stuck with? Me. The next 90 days, I often do the work for you. I don't want you to screw this up. Saturday morning, divisions, subdivisions, closet divisions. All right, 2 hours of going over divisions again and again, up to $1 million of credit, learning how to play that game too. The class is $249, by the way, if you sell it right away. From there, we have a Dun & Bradstreet in the afternoon, how to get the Duns number, 80 score, instant credit, vendor credit, even Visa gift cards. It's $249. So if you did both of them, usually it's about $500. Today, while I'm doing the live webinar, you can have 2 for the price of 1. It's $249. As long as you Zell now. If you don't, call sales team later on. Motivation's great, but the problem is we all need it. But here, you're missing the link. You're missing Ray's credit. See, motivation without the money or the credit or the honey, all it is blah, blah, blah every day. So let's talk about your story now. Let's get you up to an 820. All right, safety credit up to $100,000. Let's get you a corporation division up to $1 million of credit too. Ultimate goal, what's next for you is me. We're going to have some fun as I build it for you and put it here. Ultimate goal, building your dreams. I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account, and want to clone me into you. I want to do the work so you don't screw it up, by the way. If you want the 18 books and CDs, that's good. Office sells it for $9.99. I always give half price during the webinar, $4.99 to you. If you Zell now. If you do it afterwards, sorry to say, you don't get the goodies of the discounted price. Credit rebuilding, rapid score, seal it, CFO, make you up to an 820. $1,000 card back to you. Articles also has tax ID for free if you want them. Set up in level 1 too. Wednesdays and Saturdays. We offer half price today during the live webinar. It's $4.99. If you Zelled right away, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. Starter package for a millionaire comes with $10,000, but it's $999 back to you. Is 25 times, which is $10,000 of credit. The Millionaires Founders Kit is free, as long as you Zell during a live webinar. Millionaires in the Making, $25,000 of credit. $1,999 to you today. You get the 12 books and CDs called the Millionaires Founders Kit too. It's up to you. If you Zell now, you get all the bonuses and the pricing too. If you put it off, that's up to you. See, the 14th Amendment turns corporations into people. The United States of America Incorporated have their 50 states. Their states have their what? Cities. Cities are corporation too, called set up the line of defense. Why haven't you set up yours? The only thing you can tell me is you didn't know any better. Ultimate goal, never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, put it in a trust. Make sure you have up to $1 million for the corporate credit. Divisions are cheap, so you put them into real estate, franchise, current business. Ultimate goal, you got to set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. You got to master Ray's rules here. No one can take it away from you. So today, plan the problem. Safety, credit, line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it. Stick you behind those cards, don't forget that too. When you see a grocery store and a bank today that are empty, and you know they have other locations, remember me. I I gave you the opportunity to change your life starting today. Remember, the American dream, people talk about it all the time. But if they're not handing the money the credit, how are you going to go get it? Win the lottery or something? You're going to hand you the money too? Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people free up your time. You've got to set up the line of defense. 1,000 rules is a $1 million company. 20,000 is billionaire. Got a simple thing to do. Credit rebuilding, rapid rescore 820. $1,000 card back to you. You get the articles, also tax ID for free. Level 1 in setup. On Wednesday and Saturday too. Ultimate goal is up to you. Discounted price is $4.99 while you're on the webinar. And you get the 12 books and CDs called the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. Next is starter package. $9.99, you get 10,000 in credit and all the goodies, and you get to listen to me teach you some more goodies too, and I do the work for you while you put it here. 12 books and CDs are free, as long as you sell the $9.99 now. The Millionaires in the Making, 25,000 of credit. Same as the previous, but here you get 25,000 of credit. All right, your fee is $1,999 today, but that's 25 times back to you. No more excuses. The 12 books and CDs, the Millionaires Founders Kit, will be free if you Zelle during the live webinar. Zelle, now. Keep in mind, very simple today, there's a guarantee or not. A written guarantee for you. Stay safe, stay strong today. Let us always remember, life's a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day. Thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. Basically, 800-510-3338. If you Zelle, you get all the goodies they offered today. I'm going to give them 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, to honor anything I offered today. So call that toll-free number now. 800-510-3338. At the end of the day, well, you have to remember one thing. If you don't Zelle, you don't call, I can't rebuild you, but I'll even guarantee it too. I'm going to do my best all through the day while God does the rest. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.